Hey, Jameson, the election is just a week from today, and for many voters, one issue will be top of mind: the waterfront pier. The defeat of the lens design last summer means the existing pier might be fenced off and empty for years to come. I spoke to both candidates and asked them what they plan to do about that. The futuristic lens design was intended to reflect St. Petersburg's emerging identity as a sophisticated, art-loving, and fitness-oriented urban oasis. Mayor Bill Foster was an advocate for the $50 million design, but lots of people hated it.
I am against this awful design.
Stop the Lens gathered enough signatures to put the project on trial for being weird and useless. Voters found the Lens guilty on all charges.
That was a mistake, and I own that.
The mistake Foster admits to is not spending enough money explaining and promoting the Lens to a skeptical public. If he's reelected, he says he'll support a different approach.
It was all about form, and then we jammed in function. That was the way the process was set up. We're going to flip that upside down. We're going to talk about function first, and then build the form around it.
We went about the design backwards, where we came up with the form before we came up with the function.
Democratic challenger Rick Kreisman's position on the pier going forward is the same as the mayor's, though he accuses Foster of being wishy-washy.
Take a position one way or the other. You're either supporting it and then marketing it and advocating for it, or you're opposing it and explaining why. But you gotta be decisive on it.
Meanwhile, the inverted pyramid sits on the horizon, vacant and deteriorating. There's some support for restoring the 40-year-old structure, but both candidates are skeptical it can be done affordably. And while both mayoral candidates have taken similarly vague positions on the pier, Tampa Bay Times writer Mark Puente says the issue could determine who gets the job.
In the recent poll we did, that was the biggest issue that voters have facing the city, whoever the next mayor is the pier.
Well, tomorrow at 5, find out what Foster and Kreisman plan to do about the Tampa Bay Rays and their lease at Tropicana Field. Linda?